After working nonstop since I was 14, I finally saved $30,000. My girlfriend discovered it and told me I was selfish for not sharing. Before I get into the full story, let me know in the comments. Do you think I'm wrong for keeping my savings private, or is she the one being unreasonable? And if you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more. I grew up with very little, and from a young age, I understood the value of money. My dad worked 2 jobs just to keep food on the table, and watching him struggle instilled something in me: discipline. When I was 14, I got my very first job at Publix, working anywhere between 15 and 25 hours a week. My dad made me save every dollar I earned. The only exceptions were the occasional video game or a new pair of shoes. Even then, he wouldn't let me splurge like I wanted. He covered my food and phone bill until the day he passed away when I was just 16. That loss pushed me to work even harder. After his passing, I found a job at a restaurant. The manager gave me long shifts. I'd clock in at 9 a.m. as a prep cook, then switch to bussing tables at 4 p.m., and I wouldn't clock out until close to midnight. As a teenager, making around $800 a week during the summer felt incredible. By the end of that summer, I had saved up nearly $3,000. When the school year started, I continued working evenings, usually 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., often under the table. By the end of the year, I had built up another $5,000. I wasn't flashy with my money. I never cared about designer brands or expensive clothes. I preferred to save and live simply. Over the years, through discipline and hard work, that money grew. By the time I was working full-time in my early 20s, I had around $30,000 set aside in secret savings. 2 years ago, I started dating my girlfriend. Whenever I had less than $500 in my checking account, I'd joke that I was broke. In reality, I wasn't saving for anything in particular, but I wanted to maintain security. I live with my sister, who doesn't charge me rent or bills except for utilities, my phone plan, and personal expenses. That living arrangement made it easier for me to save consistently. My girlfriend, however, has a very different relationship with money. Whenever she feels down, she turns to retail therapy. I've never understood it, but I know her parents spoiled her growing up, so it makes sense. It's her way of coping, and I don't judge her for it. But she's never been as disciplined as I am. Recently, she asked me to send her a couple $100s for something. She never said exactly what. Without thinking much of it, I told her to transfer it from my bank app. That's when everything changed. She went through my account and saw not only the $2,500 sitting in my checking, but also my savings account. Suddenly, she was staring at years of discipline and sacrifice, $30,000. She laughed at first and said something like, "We're rich. What, have you been selling drugs or something?" I chuckled too, but then quickly told her, "That's not money we're spending." She didn't like hearing that. She started scrolling through my transactions, piecing together how much I had quietly built up over the years. Then she turned to me, hurt, and asked why I'd never mentioned this to her. I told her the truth, that money isn't wealth, it's my safety net. Life can flip upside down in a heartbeat, and that savings is my protection. I explained I'm not stingy. I take her out to eat every week. I buy her flowers. I make sure she feels loved and appreciated. But unlike her, I don't believe in spending money just because it's there. Still, she started crying, saying I didn't trust her and that I must not love her if I kept this from her. That crushed me. I love this woman deeply. I want to marry her someday. But at the same time, I couldn't just hand over years of sacrifice for the sake of temporary fun. She said if I had that kind of money, she shouldn't have to work. I tried to explain that $30,000 isn't as much as it seems. It could disappear in the blink of an eye. I even offered a compromise. We could open a joint account specifically for trips, experiences, and activities together. But she didn't see it that way. To her, the money I'd saved was already ours, even though she had no part in earning it. That's when I told her the harsh truth. This is why I never mentioned it. Because I knew you'd want to spend it all in a month. She broke down again, accusing me of hiding things and not loving her enough to share. And now, I'm stuck in the middle of something I never wanted. On one hand, I see her pain, and maybe I should have been upfront from the start. But on the other, this savings is all I have. It's my safety, my comfort, and a reminder of the years of work since I was 14. I love her, I really do. But I can't risk throwing away everything I've worked so hard for. That money isn't just numbers in an account, it's years of sweat, sacrifice, and discipline. It's the only security I've built for myself since I was a teenager. Now I'm left wondering, am I being selfish for protecting my savings? Or is she wrong for wanting to spend what she didn't earn? What do you think? Should I have told her from the beginning, or was I right to keep it private until I felt ready to share? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more.